From this very price action, we can say that the Blum token have stability, okay? Because since the listing, we've been seeing stability in price action. You understand that in most Web3 listing, especially Telegram, airdrop, and many app games, after listing that day or the next day, we begin to see market crash all the way to the downside, even below the listing price. But the Blum token is doing something very amazing. Look at stability in price action around this very area. What next for this very price action? Can market from here move all the way to the upside, or we should expect a further drop all the way downward before the next move to the upside? I'll be discussing this in detail in this very video. And if you look at the price of Bitcoin right now, this point of resistance is holding the market tight. If we see a breakout on this level of resistance, then it will be a game changer for the price of Bitcoin. I'll show you why in this very video. Pi right here have come to exact same level where I said market is going to drop into at this very point of important support. What next for the price of Pi? This and many more in this very video. So pay attention and watch this video gradually all the way to the very end. The first thing here is the price of Blum. Why is it important? Because we've seen stability for the past 2 to 3 days after the listing of this very token, and this stability is clearly seen on this very price action. No one can argue it, because a lot of token in this very category, okay, have that listing, and then after the listing, maybe that day or after 12 to 24 hours, market will begin to crash all the way to the downside. But the Blum token have a little bit of stability. That does not mean that we're not going to see further correction. So in my opinion, since we are on the 4-hour chart right here, Blum USDT, if you look at it, the market drop back down, we have little retracement, come back down, market move up, come back down, create a new close, market move back upward, come back down a little bit. In my opinion, I am seeing the market coming back down again before the next move to the upside, and this is very important. So from here, expect the market to come back down before the next move upward. And if you use the Fib retracement tool and you draw from here to the very point where this market move into this very high right here, so from here to this very point, you discover that the market have retraced about 0.50. okay, it has not really entered into the 0.50 point, but we are seeing market coming all the way to the downside. And if the market move into this very area, okay, between the 0.50 and the 0.618, it will be a great deal for us to begin to look for volume within this very area for the market to move all the way upward. And also, there is a possibility of the market coming back down into this very area that is between the 0.618 and the 0.786 on the Fibonacci retracement tool. And then we'll look for volume from the bulls before the market is going to move all the way to the upside. So these are the two areas you should pay attention to on this very chart with the Fibonacci retracement tool. Not only that, we'll be looking for volume at that point. Okay, so without volume, no trade. And this is very important. So in context, what I am expecting is for the market to retrace back down before the next move upward. And this is very important. And of course, market also have possibility of not retracing all the way to the downside. That is why I am looking at, if we see a strong bullish candle that breaks out on this very point right here of 0.110, okay, this very point of 0.110. Once that bullish candle occur on price action, then I will be considering this a game changer for the price of Blum to move all the way to the upside. And this is very important. Pay attention to this to be in the right direction of the market. BTCUSDT 4-hour chart, very important. If the market break out on this level of important resistance, in my opinion, this will be a game changer, because market will begin to move all the way to the upside, in my opinion, into the 113, 115 and $120 per Bitcoin. And this is very important. So what I am expecting right now is for the market to retrace. I am still expecting market to retrace. However, I am also keeping my eye on if market break out of this very level that I marked earlier in our last price action prediction video. So from here, expect the market to come back down, and this very point of support is where I am expecting market to come into. If market come back down into this very area, then it will be very, very healthy for the market to move upward. And this is what you need to pay attention to. So from here, market can move all the way to the upside after that retracement if that happens. And if it did not happen and we see a breakout here, I'll be looking for market moving upward. And one thing you need to understand here is the fact that if you look at price action within this very point, you discover that market move upward, come back down, did not create a new close closer than this very point. It move up again, create another new high at this very point, come back down, did not create a new low lower than this very point. What that means is there is strength in the bulls. Okay, very important. Some people don't know this. There is strength in the bulls. That capability is very, very strong, and they are willing to still move the markets all the way to the upside. That is buying at higher prices. Okay, people are buying at higher prices at this very point. Now let me remove this so that I show you that very clearly on price action. Okay, let me expand this a little bit, and if you look at it critically, you discover that market move upward from here. Okay, market move upward and it come back down, did not come back into this very point where it moved from. Move upward, create a new high. Okay, come back down, did not come into this very point. Okay, and right now market seems to moving upward. Now this is very important, because if we see an aggressive price action, then it means that's over. Market is not going to come back down into this very point again. Pay attention to these guys to be in the right direction of the market so that you don't miss the major move in the market. The pie chart is looking very, very interesting. Why? Because in my last prediction, I was talking about market coming back down from here, and exact same thing that we are seeing right now. Okay, market come back down, and I still expect this market to move a little bit into this very point. Okay, before the next move to the upside. So what I want to see is for the market to come back down a little bit, and then I'll be looking for volume within this very point. Significant volume from the bulls will show that the market is about to move all the way to the upside, and this is very, very important. So what you should pay attention to right now is market coming back down on the price of BTCUSDT 4-hour chart, then looking for volume here. Once we see that, market is going to begin to move all the way to the upside, and this is what you need to pay attention to be in the right direction of the market as well, on the price of BTCUSDT 4-hour chart. And if you look at ETH have a major spike yesterday, and after this major spike, we see market coming back down. Of course, we have this very point of resistance right here, we have resistance right here, we have resistance right here, which means a breakout of this resistance is also a game changer in my opinion. And if we do, that means market is not going to go back into this very point of $2,300, $2,400 anymore. And this is what I am personally looking at right now on price action. So from here, expect the market to break out. Okay, if we see that breakout with a bullish candle, the market is going to begin to move upward. There will be more advances in the market, and market can come back down into this very area, which will be very good as well, before the market can move upward. However, in any situation, I am expecting the market to move to the upside on the price of ETH. That means looking for buy opportunity is the best idea. And if you come to coin market cap, you discover that the market capitalization have increased a little bit from $3.29 trillion to $3.31 trillion, which means more liquidity is coming back into the market, which is a good thing. Stability is coming back in. One other thing here is that the fear and greed index have moved from 49 to 52, still in the neutral position, but it's good for the market because this brings optimism, and it means that market participant is interested with what is going on the market right now. So pay attention to all of these guys to be in the right direction of the market. Consider supporting this channel by leaving a like for this video, subscribe if you haven't already, and turn on the bell notification for more crypto videos like this one. Also check the channel for all that crypto content. Join our Telegram channel, the link in the description of this video and also in the pinned comment. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video.